There's one thing I'm losing faith with pretty fast in this country, and also places like the US as well, is the system of justice that we have. In that people who commit the most heinous of crimes seem to not get what they deserve. They're not punished to the full extent of the law, and even when they are, they're allowed the chance to appeal the sentence that has been handed down to them. And I think to myself, what the hell is going on? I'm going to bring you a couple of stories now over a couple of different videos. See for yourself, comment and let me know what you think. But I'm sitting here with my head in my hands thinking, Jesus Christ, what next? How do everybody? Welcome back to the channel for a Thursday. Hope you're doing all right. I'm on the road today. I'm currently sat at a service stop waiting between airport runs, and thought I'd get a couple of bits of content out to you. I was reading on the news, and there's the usual distraction with what's Prince Harry up to now, and what birthday cake Boris had at what time of day, and what the Russians are doing to stop us giving the Ukrainians a load of rockets and various other things. And a few stories jumped out at me, particularly to do with, the system of justice, and I want to cover a couple of things. The first one is Wayne Couzens. We all know Wayne Couzens, and where he had the nickname the Rapist, which should have raised alarm bells at the time, and he went on to kidnap, rape and murder poor Sarah Everard, bless her, and I hope her family are doing okay considering the circumstances. Well, this animal was handed a whole life order. You will die in prison, were the words, and I agree with that. I think something else should befell that gentleman, but that's just my opinion, of course. Well, have a look at this. Now, they're in no way saying that he doesn't deserve to go to prison. That's not the point. They're saying maybe a whole life order is excessive, and they're saying he does actually deserve decades in prison, just not the rest of his life, and he's one of a collection of scumbags that are actually in the Court of Appeal at the moment having their cases heard. Now, let's break this down. You're a serving police officer, which means you have an immediate position of so-called trust. You have a warrant card, you have responsibilities. You pull over a young lady on her own and detain her under false pretenses. She trusted you because you were a police officer. You drive her to a secluded location well outside of the area where you picked her up, and I bet a little way through that journey, when alarm bells started ringing, that poor girl must have been terrified. You did the most unspeakable things to her and ultimately killed her and attempted to conceal and hide her body. Only now he's saying in a court, oh, I'm remorseful, I really regret the feelings of, I've caused Sarah's family, and of course because of this I shouldn't be kept in prison for the rest of my life. Well, tough shite, Mr. Couzens. You've blotted a copybook. In my view, you've carried out the most abhorrent crime known to man on a completely innocent, defenceless young lady, and you should pay for it with your freedom. You took her freedom from her, her life. She will not have a life now because you took it from her. You took her family's life away from them because they've got to live with the knowledge for the rest of their lives that their family member isn't here anymore, and how she isn't here anymore. And you think you deserve leniency and sympathy? I don't think so. I think that judge should see this for what it is, and I think you should be marched back to that jail cell, locked up and kept there for the rest of your life, never to be seen again. That's the ideal situation. But what really worries me, and it's happening in Britain, it's happening across the pond in America, you get these over lenient judges and over lenient sentences handed down, and they don't fit the purpose anymore, and then we wonder why these crimes happen in the first place and people get away with what they are. I won't mention the vetting process for the police. That's another conversation entirely, but that's my opinion on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Am I being too harsh, or does he deserve more? Toodaloo.